Hey everyone, I'm Phil Corey, and in this video, we're going to talk about Instagram. All right, so let's talk Instagram. Instagram is huge. It's an enormous photo sharing platform. It's one of the largest in the world. It has 400 million active users right now, and it's actually larger than Twitter. So if you're familiar with the size of Twitter, regardless of the fact that Twitter is struggling financially, size-wise, we're talking about a very, very large social platform. So you need to be there, no question about it. Your business, your brand, you need to be on Instagram. If you're not, you probably should stop the video right now and set up an account and then come back and get the rest of the information. So I want to talk a little bit about what we can do to leverage Instagram. And by the way, Instagram, they got bought by Facebook for $1 billion a few years ago, and people went crazy. This kind of seems like it's off topic, but you need to know this because they stole the company for $1 billion. Absolutely stole it. They ripped it right out of the hands of the previous owner at $1 billion. And that sounds a little crazy, but maybe to put it into perspective, they bought WhatsApp. That's an application if you're not familiar with it. They bought WhatsApp, a messaging app, for $19 billion. So hopefully that puts things in perspective for you of how good of a deal Facebook got on Instagram, but also the foresight into what they were buying. And I want to really impress that upon you because Instagram's huge. It's an enormous platform that everybody needs to be leveraging in business right now. If you're not, it's like one of the key three, I would like to call it, as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, kind of the key three platforms that everybody kind of needs to be working with. So I want to talk about some ways to leverage. All right, so first, the basic way that's just kind of new and available to us right now is advertising. Facebook owns Facebook owns Instagram. So with that came obviously the advertising platform. They want to implement a great advertising platform, and they've started to do that. So if you're on Instagram, you may have already been seeing this happen. If you want to go and buy some ads and play and try with Instagram, jump onto Facebook, go onto their advertising platform. In there, you'll find a way to advertise with Instagram. It's new. It's kind of not beta, but it's definitely just getting off the ground. So I think we're going to see a lot of movement on that going forward. We're going to see a lot of new features, a lot of ways to interact, but there's already a lot currently baked in. I really encourage you to check that out as a part of your advertising strategy. To dial that back from advertising and talk a little bit more marketing, the traditional way of using Instagram is how you should be using it in your business. Share images. Sharing images is the exposure. The nice thing about Instagram is there's no feed. There's no curated content feed. There's just a timeline of data. There's a timeline of images. If you post it, it ends up in the timeline. So the followers that you have are always going to see it in chronological order, as of right now at least. So sharing images is one powerful way to get your photos in front of somebody. I think a big thing that we see in terms of user interaction is most people go on Instagram for quite a while and scroll the entire feed until the previous time they were on Instagram. So the visibility of your business is heavily increased, whereas on Facebook, you're basically screaming into a dark room. There's very few people seeing your content there, unless you're paying. It is what it is. That's just the way it is. So that's one basic, easy to do, simple way to leverage Instagram. Some other things you need to know, along with the image, is the description, the content. People forget about this. It's incredible. You have two parts to that post. You have the image itself and then the content that gets written about it. Okay, so don't undervalue the content because people will read that. And if there's no thought into it, it's really not going to, it should complement that image. It should maybe talk about the product or the image, what's in the image, in a way that is interesting and different than what people can already see. Be interesting, take some time, really think about it. So don't forget about that. Along with the text, comes a couple of other things that you need to know. One, you can't post links in that text. You can write links in the text, but they're not going to be able to tap or click. Well, tap because it's an application. They're not really going to be able to get to that link. So the way you want to leverage that is by using your profile. There's a place for a link in your bio. You can edit it on a regular basis. I have some clients who update that on a daily basis with a new link because they're posting an image that has something to do with a link that they need to send people to. So they post the link in their bio, they post it in the text, and they say, hey, check out the clickable or tappable link in the profile. And that's a great, easy way to do the work for your clients, your customers, the people who are watching and following you, so that they can just quickly get to where they're going. Another part with that text, so we talked about links. We know the value of the text is just as much as the image, but the links, you can't use in there. Now we want to talk a little bit about emojis. And I kind of cringe when I say that because it sounds ridiculous. But emojis are really important too. They're little images, again, that draw attention. Instagram is a game of attention, just like every other marketing and advertising channel. Attention is important. It's what we pay for. We're paying for attention, and as marketers. So emojis are a quick, simple way to leverage a line of emojis. I mean, you probably already see it, but you can use some pretty creative and crafty ways of leveraging those emojis to draw attention to your content. So make sure that you do that, and you get those in there as well where they make sense. Don't just do 452 winky face emojis, because that's just ridiculous. But if it makes sense, if it goes along with the image that you posted, then maybe it will work. I just, be aware that that can get pretty annoying pretty quickly. Some other ways to use it, big picture options for Instagram, contests, hashtags, they kind of go together as well. Hashtags kind of stand on their own, but contests, if I've seen hotel chains, restaurants, hey, post an image of your meal, post an image of your view out of your room, and hashtag this. And it's great for that business because they're getting free advertising. Think about that. Free advertising through people's friends, but they're giving away a free meal, a free night stay. I mean, it's basically nothing, but it's super valuable and to the people who could possibly win that contest. So think about what your hard costs are, think about what you can give away in a contest, and then utilize that to leverage your advertising channel with Instagram. It's a very cool, creative way to go about doing that and getting more people involved. So that's pretty much it. There are other things you probably will discover on Instagram. There's direct messaging. There's all kinds of other cool little things. These are the big ones that I feel are really important, and you really need to go try them out. If you're not already on Instagram, you need to be there. So go get yourself set up, start utilizing some of the things that we talked about in this video, and ask me your questions. Leave some comments, leave some questions, and I want to hear I want to hear what your experiences are. Have you been doing this for a long time? Are you not getting any good feedback or good results? What can we do to talk about that, figure out what's going on, and move it forward? So leave me your questions and comments. Let me know how you've been doing with it, ways that you've used Instagram, and that's it. That's it for this video. So I'm Phil Corey from Corey Web, and thanks for watching.